All right, welcome back to season 2 of our show, and it's baby back ribs, and we're going sweet and we're going savory. We're gonna get these seasoned up and then onto the cooker, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're doing ribs today, baby back ribs, and like I said, we're going sweet and savory. So this is the first half of a savory rib. What we're using is coffee. Now this is a great coffee. It's a coffee that I picked out in one of the gourmet stores. It's a dark coffee. We're using some cloves and onion powder. That's all you're gonna need. We're gonna mix it together. Now I also ground the cloves too. And the onion powder is just pure onion powder. There is no salt in here. So just gotta mix it up pretty good. Now I'm using a mix of more coffee, so it's probably about 50% coffee and 25% cloves and 25% onion powder. And that's the ratios that I'm using, but you can pretty much do whatever ratios you like. We're also doing this with a butternut squash, so we're going to be smoking a butternut squash on the grill as well to go along with this. And we'll show you that a little later on here. Let's just get our ribs going first. Alright, so we got that mixed up. Now you can also put some of this in your pantry, in your cupboard, store it at low temperatures, so this way it doesn't spoil on you. I like to wrap mine with plastic. We're going in with some extra olive oil as well too. So the first thing we'll do is just get our rub on. The whole rack of ribs. It's going to darken the rib as well. So the time you pull these off the cooker, they're going to look pretty dark. And you want a liberal amount of that on here. Almost looks like black pepper, but it's not. Now I'm not using any pepper in here. This is the savory part. The sweet part comes in. Let's get some more on there. Why not? The sweet part comes in later on. We're going to glaze these with some honey, and that's going to bring in the sweet part. We're not using any sugar, just some honey. And we don't want too much sweet. But that honey and this coffee is going to just work beautiful together. Alright, so just like that, I'll pat it in. I'll flip it over. And this side is the membrane side. We're not taking off any of the membranes because we're cooking these quickly. We're going to roll these around 300 degrees, basically about 280. I want to keep them at. I'm going to finish them off at about 300 with the glaze on top of them. So we're just going to get that in there. Rub it in. And that's it. Turn these back over again. And now we're going to set that color. And by doing that, we're going to need some olive oil. Just like that. They look darker already, don't they? They look cooked. But they're not. So, dark ribs, bold flavors, excellent. This will definitely please the crowd. You're going to impress some friends and some family at the same time while you're doing it. Simple, easy, fast, can't go wrong. Alright, that side we're just going to leave. Not too much. There's no need to oil up the fat side of that, but there's oil on the tray, so we'll use it. Why not? Nothing goes to waste. And that's it. Onto the cooker at about 280, 275, 280, and we're going to roll these for a couple hours. They're not going to take long, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. Alright, we got a nice, beautiful fire, and I'm just going to start to put these pretty close in. Just like that. And also too, when you put your ribs on, you want to push them in. You want to push them in, just like that. So this way, all the rib bones are together. And by pushing them in, it keeps them nice and juicy. If you stretch them out like this, you're stretching it out, it's going to cook quicker, and you're not going to keep all that in. So if you have thin parts like that, you're not going to really get that part juicy. So just push them in. And remember to just get them bunched up as possible, just like that. That's it. So we're going to kick this down, the lid, and we're going to meet you right back here. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. 1 hour in, time to baste. All I'm using here is just cheap white wine. That's all you're gonna need. Now some people use spritzers. I don't use any of that. And people say this is gonna take off your ingredients, but once that rub is cooked in, it's cooked in. And it's not taking anything off. That's what that oil does. Make sure it's cooked in. That's it. I'm going to give this one base. That's about it. I'm going to lift this up and see where we're at just with the spoon, just by feeling it. And I feel like I got some more time on here because my bones aren't coming out yet. So that's about it. Now what I'll do, just using my spoon, I'm going to swap these out. One right over the other. Bring it back. Could use a set of tongs, but why not? Use the spoon. It's not going to hurt it. Turn that back over, and we're back to where we started from again. Now the reason why I put this one in the front is because the other guy was in the front too. So let's just use up our wine. That's it. I'm going to push that piece of wood down into the fire, get a little bit more smoke in there. And that's it. We'll meet you back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, 1 hour in. Those ribs are out there smoking away. We got a beautiful butternut squash to go along with them. Let's show you how to get it done. So right here, we got brown sugar, nutmeg, and cloves. Now, 50% brown sugar, 25% nutmeg, and cloves. So that's the mixture on there. Squash. How you cut these open is from the top. So what I do is just come down a little bit like that. And I'll just kind of score the top. Get my first line in and just kind of follow that line. And then come in this way. Once my knife gets in good, I'm just going to start to tap until I'm through the back. And then lift up and come in through the front. Go down. And this way you can kind of come in through the side and down. And that's it. In half like that. Now what you want to do is start to remove some of the seeds in here. We're going to get the seeds out of here. Now you can fry these up also like a pumpkin, and they're excellent. And sometimes I'll fry these up and put them right in here. So what we'll do is just get them out of here. If you ever worked with a pumpkin before, it's about the same thing. So just scrape them out. And that's what you want. Very simple, very easy. Just show you on this one, the next one. And just try to get all of those little strands out of there too. So what I'll do is just take my spoon and just come around and get those strands out of there. Followed by my knife. So if I get my knife in here and just kind of just cut them out. And just scrape around. Just like that. And that's it. We're gonna meet you right back here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We're all cleaned up, and we're just gonna show you what to do with this squash. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to score it. Just down, just like that. And I like to put my scores in here, and just come inside and score the inside. Being careful not to go through and get your hand. And just like that, I'll score it. I'll turn it over on this side and I'll put a bunch of scores in it. And onto the tray it goes. I'll show you with this one. Score it. Come down in. Just like you would do an avocado. Same thing. And onto the tray it goes. So just score them all up. And as they cook, this is going to get all the seasoning inside, and that's what you want. It also makes it a very nice presentation to have it that way. Nice and scored up. Just going to clean that one out just a little bit more. That's it. Score it up. So we're going to get our ingredients on here in 2 seconds right after we finish scoring these. And like I said, you can score them any way you want. Just as long as I'm going to take these two and just kind of go down here and make some boxes. And they look nice. And you'll see afterwards how nice they look. Let's get this one. Go that way. Just make it look nice. And like I said, they're going to hold all those ingredients inside, as you'll see. Alright, so here's that sugary rub. So we're going to go inside here and just get them onto the tray. Just like that. Now I get a lot in that hole because that's the nice part. As you're eating it, you can kind of take it out of the nice hole in the middle there. And don't be scared to get it in there. Get them all in the tray so they don't make a mess. And that's it. Now I'm just going to move it around in the hole. And get them soaked. This one could use a little bit more. Can't go wrong with too much of this. I'm going to put a little bit more in there and just kind of let it sit in there. Into all of them. Alright, we're going to get these onto the cooker and we'll meet you back. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Alright, that's exactly what I was looking for. See how nice and dark they are? They got some good bend on here. And that's what I want. So we're going to pull these out of here. You don't want them to the point where they're breaking. But they got some nice bend on them. Now look at these. Now we're going to leave all that juice inside there. And we're going to come out and get these. That's it. So you can see that you can just get that meat right out of there. See that? Pulls nice and easy. Alright, we're going to get these out of here and meet inside. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we are, season 2 chopping block once more. Let's see what we got. Look at those. All right, we're gonna get right into these. And I think we're just gonna choose this rack closest to us. Now, you can look at that bend on here. They're just bending. That's what you want. Now, I put a little honey glaze on here, just straight honey, just to offset our taste. So we're going to add a little sweetness to that savory. And we're just going to come down. Oop, let's cut this way. I'm going to turn them over anyway. I don't think I'll root them, but I'm going to turn them over and just finer bone. And just come straight down. It's finer bone. There we go. And let's just go in. And look at that. Beautiful. Nice smoke ring. Now they're cooked right down, but I didn't make these falling off the bone. So you can see the smoke ring on the outside and see the smoke ring. See the dark part in the middle, so that's how you can tell that those are cooked really well. Let's just cut this rack up and show you the rest. While we're cutting, we might as well keep on cutting. Look at those. Beautiful. I'm just about to get a Pitmaster taste going on here. All right. Just lay those out. Just like that. That coffee rub is nice and dark. Let's try that. Beautiful. Got some real beautiful bite on there. And you can take that right off the bone. And it's cooked down to perfection. Let's plate up. Show you what this looks like on a plate. And we're going to start with our butternut squash. So that's our butternut squash there. And it came out excellent. That's what you're looking for. That color right there. That nice dark mahogany color. Alright, so let's plate these guys up. I'll put a couple of these guys on the plate. Just like that. Give you a nice spectacular plate here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put just a little scallion on the back end of this right here. And then we're going to follow with a little bit of sour cream, which goes great with this. And we're going to go right in that nice sugary center right there. And we're just going to follow behind just a couple of pieces of chive mixed with scallion. There it is. Let's just turn this off to the side so you get a good look at that. Let's go this way. And I'm just going to turn this right around. Because that's the way you guys should be looking at that. All right, we're going to get situated and we're going to meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is. Coffee smoked pitmaster ribs with smoked butternut squash, little scallion with some sour cream. Beautiful dish. And if you like this video and more videos that are about to come, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Don't forget that little bell so you get those notifications first. Thank you. We enjoyed having you. With no further ado, gotta get that little pitmaster taste there.